Before I was diagnosed, there was a lot happening in my life. We were moving, we were selling our condo, we were making plans to adopt because we really wanted a family, and it wasn't happening for us for a while. Plus, I was changing my job. That was exciting. So there was a lot going on. And then that day changed everything, and everything got put on hold, and some things got canceled. And I was told that I had cancer. I had breast cancer at the age of 34. And it just, actually, I didn't believe it. The doctor told me, "Oh, Adele, this the biopsy's back. This is something," and I didn't think it was cancer. And my mother was in the room, and thank goodness. And she started getting a little emotional, and I said, "Don't worry, it just means more tests. That's all it means." And when the doctor returned, he said, she said, "Doctor, I think you need to tell Adele she has cancer. She's in denial right now." And I kind of rolled my eyes like, "Oh, Mom, you're embarrassing me." And he looked at me and he goes, "Adele, you have cancer." And I was like, "What?" You said it was something, something could be anything, wow, now what? Oh, we're going to have more tests. And, all I could think was, what is going to happen? And, my husband was still very positive about trying to have children. Of course, I tried to be positive, and, I said to them, well, let's make sure before we start this that I'm not pregnant. Meanwhile, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you've been to so many doctors that told you can't get pregnant for 2.5 years, negative pregnancy test after negative pregnancy test. And then on the worst day of my life at that point of finding out I have cancer, here I am, adding another layer to it to make myself feel even worse. I thought, are you crazy? But it was positive. And I felt, what is happening right now? This is a nightmare. This is a dream. And I can't believe this is my life. We were going to try to save the baby, at any cost, unless it was detrimental to my health. From what we understood, this surgery had to happen right away, get the cancer out. And I did that at 6 weeks pregnant, which was a big risk because I had anesthesia, pregnant. Before the surgery, they wanted to have an ultrasound and get a heartbeat. And after the surgery, that was the scariest moment. Is there going to be a heartbeat? I mean, I put everything aside. Yeah, I had my breasts removed. Whatever. Is there a heartbeat? And, my sister was there with me at the time, and we heard it, and I knew everything was going to be okay. On the day he was born, I'll never forget, we were leaving the house, and it started to snow. It was the first snow that in a while, and I felt like I was driving to a destination to start the rest of my life. And I really thought I was having a girl. We kept it a surprise. We didn't know. And I remember waking up, and I think it was one of the nurses said, "You have a beautiful baby boy." And I just couldn't believe it, because it was a miracle, but I really wanted to have a boy. And I felt like that was just the cherry on top. And the next question was, is he all right? And they handed him to me, and he was a big fat baby. A baby that was supposed to be, or maybe, low birth weight and, maybe premature. I delivered only 2 weeks early, 38 weeks. He was 8 pounds, 2 ounces. I just, I couldn't believe it. It was a real life miracle. Constantino isn't just an ordinary baby. People know that without even knowing what we went through together. When they meet him, they could feel his happiness and the joy that comes out of his smile. It just reaches out to everybody's heart. And it's just so obvious that he comes from above. A lot of people, I'm sure, in the situation would look at it in many different ways. The way I felt in my soul was that this is how it had to happen for me, and it was the biggest gift that God could have ever given me. I fought for my life, and I fought for my baby's life, and if I didn't have my pregnancy, I don't know if I would have fought as hard. In the end, I have this beautiful child that wasn't supposed to happen according to many doctors. People say timing is everything, and my timing was a little strange, but it turned out pretty good.